Hello, my name is Chris and I'd like to wish you a very, very happy new year. It is New Year's Day. It is 2018. We've got a whole brand new year ahead of us. We're feeling alive, we're feeling fresh, we're feeling excited. Or are we feeling a little bit trepid and anxious and on edge because we made a New Year's resolution to quit smoking and now the new year's here, we've got to go through with it. Does that sound accurate? If so, if you have made it your New Year's resolution to quit smoking, then I may have a few tips and a bit of advice that just might help you. Why am I sharing this today? Let me tell you a little bit about me. As I say, my name is Chris and I successfully quit smoking just over a year ago. I think it was about 15 months. It was the end of September 2016 and I haven't had a cigarette since. Since that time I've been sharing different parts of my experience in quitting smoking, the things that I've learned that helped me to not just put the last cigarette down but to avoid picking another one up, which I actually think is a lot more difficult than putting the last one down. So I've been making these videos. You might have seen I did the 100 days smoke free video, I did a year smoke free and different bits and pieces in between. And I've had such a wonderful opportunity to talk to so many people about what's helped them quit smoking and pass on my own advice. I was talking to someone yesterday and they said that they have made it their New Year's resolution. I have a problem saying that. New Year's resolution to quit smoking, and they were like, Chris, what advice, what top tips would you give me? So I had a little think about it, and what I'm about to share with you now is what I shared with them. I hope it helps you as much as it helped me and as much as I hope it helps my friend. Are you ready? Let's go and do it. Okay, so the first piece of advice that I could give to anyone who has made it their New Year's resolution to give up smoking is to stop calling it giving up smoking or giving up cigarettes or quitting. When we talk about giving things up, we come from a place of lack. We talk, we talk about we are losing something, we're giving it up, something is going out of our lives. When I quit, I'd had so many failed quit attempts before, but what really helped me this time round was I had to change my whole mindset around the way that I thought about cigarettes and my addiction to nicotine. And part of that was to stop thinking about I am giving something up, I am losing something, something is going from my life, and to start thinking about I am gaining so much. I am not giving up, I am gaining. I am not coming at this from a place of lack or loss. I'm coming at this from a place of gain and abundance and gratitude. So I stopped thinking about I am giving up smoking and started thinking about I am gaining health. I am gaining wealth because I don't have to spend my money on cigarettes. I am gaining freedom because I am no longer a slave to my addiction. If it helps, write down all the positive things that you are going to get from quitting smoking. Start with the one main reason that you've decided to quit smoking in the first place, whether that's, like I say, to save money or to just feel better. And trust me, you will feel so much better. I'm very tired today. I know I probably look like shit. I had a late night last night. I didn't get much sleep. But I still feel, apart from being tired, I feel fantastic. I feel like I could go all day. Because I don't have cigarettes wearing me down. My health has improved dramatically. Go back and look at the videos that I made in the summer of 2016. I had my hair down here, I was overweight, I looked like shit. Worse than I do now. People have commented on it that I look better than I did. So even if it's something as vain as you're going to look better, start thinking not about what you will lose as a result of giving up, but what you will gain as a result of moving into a healthier, happier, wealthier lifestyle. It's a small thing, but changing your mindset that way can have a huge difference. It really did for me, and like I said, it was one of the main differences between this quit attempt, which has been successful, and all the other quit attempts which were absolute failures. Okay, the second thing, if it is your 2018 New Year's resolution to quit smoking and you haven't done this already, go out and get all the help that you think you might need, and then some. I know there are some people who find quitting smoking very, very easy. They put a cigarette down, they don't think about it, they don't look at another cigarette, they go on with their lives all by themselves, never smoke again. To those people I am like, show me what you've done, because I couldn't do that, and I know lots of other people couldn't do that either. The fact that you've gone on YouTube and searched for quitting smoking videos or whatever you search for suggests to me that maybe you're more of my kind of smoker than the kind that just quit very easily, and you may need some help, and that is perfectly okay. There is often this false idea that the only way to take any pride in an accomplishment is to do it all by ourselves with no assistance and no support whatsoever. That is nonsense. Quitting smoking for me has been literally the hardest thing that I've ever done, and I mean ever. You know, I had a drink problem, I got sober, I've been sober for 5 years, I battled depression, I had a mental breakdown after I had knee surgery a couple of years ago. I've been through all kinds of things. This past year I lost two family members and a friend. None of that was as difficult as getting off the cigarette, so I took support and I took help, and I'm not ashamed of it. And it was the difference between all the failed quit attempts and this quit attempt that was successful. The difference between the two was that I combined multiple different sources of support together and multiple different approaches to quitting smoking together into one thing, so that I gave myself the absolute best possible chance of quitting. Now, what worked for me was a combination of things. Like I say, I did use Champix, but I'd used Champix before and ended up smoking again. So this time I used Champix, I was successful, but I didn't use it by itself. I used it with, like I said, I had to change my whole mindset. I had to stop thinking about giving up and start thinking about gaining. I had to stop thinking about, oh my god, I've given up smoking forever, and concentrate on the day. I'll talk more about that in a couple of minutes. I had to change my mindset. I used books. I know a lot of people have already commented on my video saying they use the Alan Carr easy way to stop smoking method. For me, that wasn't the easiest way, but I appreciate that it does do a lot of good for a lot of people. At some point over the next couple of weeks, I do plan to post a review of the Alan Carr book, and a review of my experience with Champix, and a review of a book called not the easy way to stop smoking. It's called, hold on, I'll go and get it because I can never remember the title. Okay, it is called Quit Smoking Today Without Gaining Weight. This is the second time I've shown this book on video and forgotten the title of it and had to go and get it. Which is weird, because this book really helped me out, or at least some of the techniques in this book really helped me out, along with the Alan Carr book and along with Champix, and along with a lot of the techniques and the tips and advice that I'm sharing with you today. What really helped me was my doctor's surgery has a smoking cessation practitioner, nurse, whatever you want to call them, and I spent a couple of appointments with her. She did tests on me, like you breathe into this tube, tell you like, Chris, you've got the lung capacity of, I think it was like a 74-year-old man. I mentioned this on another video, I forget now the exact age, but I know it was like decades older than I was. And then I went back after I quit and I had the lung capacity of like a 40-year-old man, which is still older than I am now, but you know, she did say in time you'll go back to having the appropriate lung capacity for your age. Now this might sound like a small thing, but for me it was huge because it really shocked me, like all the damage that I had done when I quit when I was smoking, and to see the enormous difference when I eventually quit. So doing that helped. Getting someone, if you can, someone to quit with you so that you can hold each other accountable and hold each other's hands when things get tough, and they probably will get tough. Whatever support you need, go out and do it and don't be ashamed. Come talk to me, as I always say at the end of my videos, I will hold your hand and we will get through this. It can be done because I have done it. Alright, we are talking 2018 New Year's resolution to swap cigarettes for health, happiness, wealth, abundance and beautiful fresh air. You see what I did there? We ain't giving things up, we are gaining so much. However, having said that, there is one thing that you may want to lay off for at least a little while, and that's caffeine. I know what you're thinking, like, Chris, please don't take away my coffee, my precious, sweet, beautiful coffee. Please don't take it away, I need it to survive. I know that because that's exactly how I felt at the start of my quit smoking journey. But I tell you, the difference it made was unbelievable. All the previous failed quit attempts, I kept drinking coffee, drink caffeinated tea, sugary drinks. When I successfully quit smoking at the end of 2016 and I swapped caffeine for like decaffeinated tea, for water, for, you know, things with no caffeine in them, it made a remarkable difference. And it will to you too, especially if you're the kind of person that you had the same routine as me or something similar. My morning routines were always coffee, cigarette, coffee, cigarette, coffee, cigarette. Later on, another coffee, and then I need another cigarette. Do you ever notice that when you have coffee or however you take your caffeine in, you don't feel quite right afterwards until you've had that post-caffeine cigarette? There is something about the caffeine that triggers this need to smoke. So you'd do that when you were smoking, you'd have the caffeine and then you'd have the cigarette and then you'd feel better. Whereas now you're getting rid of the cigarettes, so you're drinking the caffeine and then still getting that, it's still triggering that need. Your body craves the nicotine or it craves the cigarette. Even if it's only psychological, it's still there. So like I said earlier, make life as easy as possible for yourself. I am not saying you have to give up caffeine for the rest of your life, that you can never go to Starbucks again if that's what you want to do. I'm just saying, for these first few days in early January, for the first few weeks when you are going through the hardest period time in your transition to a healthier, happier, better lifestyle, quitting caffeine is going to make an enormous difference to you. Okay, we are approaching the end. 2 more tips to go, and these are the big ones. Stop thinking about, oh my god, I have to quit smoking forever. I am never going to be able to smoke a cigarette ever again for the rest of my life. Around this time last year I made a video about why my quit attempt just before the successful one failed, and mainly about why all my other attempts had failed. As I said, I first tried in the summer of 2016 my first YouTube videos were a daily diary of trying to quit smoking. I didn't last very long because I got myself all in a muddle over things happening in my personal life, and also because I told myself that this is it now, I'm never having a cigarette ever again. And the enormity of that was too much to comprehend. Like, I can never smoke again for the rest of my life. Oh my God, that's forever. That's a really long time. That is huge. That is a lot of pressure. I've got to do something forever. Now I'm feeling tense. Now I'm feeling nervous. How can I possibly fathom doing something forever? I couldn't. The pressure of it was too much. I ended up smoking again. So this time around, I changed the way I thought. I stopped trying to quit smoking forever and started trying to stay smoke-free for one day. Not even 24 hours. Because I don't smoke when I'm asleep. As far as I know, I have never sleptwalked, gone to the shop, bought cigarettes and smoked them. I call it from pillow to pillow. From the moment I take my head off the pillow in the morning to the moment I lay it back down in an evening, that small period of time is the only period of time that I have to quit smoking. If I can't stay smoke-free from pillow to pillow, can I stay smoke-free from pillow to breakfast, from breakfast to lunch, from lunch to my afternoon work meeting, from my afternoon work meeting till dinner, from dinner till pillow? Break it down into as small a milestone as I need to be. If I am craving a cigarette right now, if you're watching this video and you are craving a cigarette right now, can you make it till the end of this video? And I promise you there's only like 5 minutes more left, I hope anyway, unless I talk too much. Can you make it till the end of this video? Can you make it to the end of the next video you watch after this? How about the next video after that? You don't have to do the huge milestones. Do the small, achievable, measurable actions. I have a tattoo on my wrist, I don't know if you can see that. It says stepping stones. A friend told me once to treat every day like a stepping stone to something better. Sometimes I treat every hour as a stepping stone to something better, to better health, to better freedom, to freedom. Take small measurable stepping stones. And you know what? I have done this. I can promise you that you keep taking those small tiny little stepping stones and eventually you'll look back and you'll think, oh my God, I've come so far. I only set out to quit smoking for a day, and then I did that again and again, and now I'm a week smoke free. Now I'm a month smoke free. Now I'm 100 days, a year, 2 years, a decade. All those small tiny little milestones add up without you realizing them. And you end up with the long-term smoke-free, beautiful living without having to face, no, you don't have to think about quitting smoking for a year. Quit smoking for a day and the days add up and you've done it. That really changed the game for me and really helped me out. So did this last tip that I'm going to give you, which is, you guessed it, if at first you don't succeed, try again. I'm not saying you are going to fail. I will do everything I can, I'll get on my knees and pray. I'll come and handcuff you to the railings so that you can't smoke. I hope that you make it, that your 2019 New Year's resolution, that if you've not had a cigarette today so far, I hope you make it. I hope that you never smoke again. But if you do, it's okay. It's okay as long as you get back on the horse and you try again. Like I said, I failed to quit smoking so many times. But the beauty of it was that I could learn something from every one of those quit attempts. I could learn that, do you know what, when I drink coffee in the morning, it makes me want a cigarette and eventually I can't cope with that and I smoke. I learned that if I break it down into smaller sections, I do far better than when I tell myself I can never smoke again. I learned a lot from each of those failures, and I can really look back and assess, okay, what did I do wrong there and how can I put that right this time? You know the old saying about you don't fail until you stop trying. And that's the truth. If you really seriously want this, and trust me, you have to want it, because half-arsing your way through a quit smoke attempt won't work unless you're one of the fortunate ones that can just put them down and never think about it. This does take some effort, but like I said right at the beginning, the rewards of swapping cigarettes for smoke-free living are out of this world. I have never been happier, healthier, better in my entire life since I quit smoking. And I have nothing to sell you. I'm not trying to get you to use Champix or to buy that book. I'm just telling you this because it's true. My life has changed dramatically as a result of quitting smoking. And I have every faith that yours can too. So please hang on in there. I've made loads of videos on my channel about dealing with the cravings, dealing with the stress and the anger and all the shit that comes with quitting smoking, because I know there is a lot of it. I know it's not easy. But like I've said time and time again, it can be done. I wish you every success in your quit smoking journey, and I wish you a happy, peaceful, prosperous and smoke-free 2018. If you haven't already, I said I'm not selling you anything, but do me this one little favour. If you have liked this video, please do hit the like button below. Leave me a comment, let me know how you're getting on with your New Year's resolution to quit smoking. What's helped you so far that, you know, we can share with other people. Please do subscribe as well. There's a little button down there, I'm never entirely sure, for loads more videos on quitting smoking and addiction and living a beautiful life. 2018 is going to be a good year. I wish you all the best. I'll see you next time.